Sehwag, you've played your first one-day international in 1999 and joined the Indian Test side in 2001. It is a known fact that you joined cricket during a time when it was not as revered or encouraged as a full-time profession as it is now. How did you break through convention and stereotypes, and were your parents a guiding hand during the same?
My parents told me one thing, that as long as I'm studying well, I'm allowed to play game of cricket. If I failed in any class, though, they will ask me to stop the playing game of cricket. So, but I never failed. I passed my school, I passed my college, I passed my university. And meanwhile, when I was finishing my university, I played for India. So because that time, yes, the cricket was not well known, not well known as the known, but nobody was pursuing towards cricket because of there was no money involved. But the one thing for sure, that if you're playing good cricket and you play for India, then you will get a very good job. Like I got ONGC, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited. So they gave me that officer job, which enough money I'm earning from ONGC that I can live the rest of my life. So, but when I played for India, I score runs, I achieved a lot of things, and after that, IPL comes, and then there's a lot of good money come in game of cricket, and I was very happy.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Sehwag, has the focus in the field of cricket diverted from excelling in the game to monetary benefits? And are there any opportunities for professional development? If so, what do you think they are?
I don't think so, because anybody is playing for money, because they love the sport and they love the game of cricket, and that's why they're playing. Even today, if they don't get good money to play game of cricket, they will play. And cricket, obviously, in subcontinent, it's growing very fast, and there are a lot of young kids who wants to play game of cricket and wants to pursue as a cricketer, because now they know that if they play cricket and they play well, first class cricket and for India, so they'll earn good money and a good future also, because if as a player they achieve things which are achieved by Sourav Ganguly, Sachin Tendulkar, or Srinath and Rahul Dravid, so they will make their name also, and they will live their life the way they want.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir. Other than talent, what do you think are the qualities one must possess to survive in the competitive field of sport?
Self-belief and hard work. So if you don't have a self-belief and you're not put in hard work, what you want to achieve, then I don't think so you can achieve. Doesn't matter how talented you are. Talent will take you certain places, but after that your self-belief and your hard work will allow you to achieve wonders.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Sehwag, do you expect your children to follow your footsteps and pursue cricket as their career as well?
I will tell my children they can do whatever they want to do. If they want to become a doctor, I will help them to become a doctor. If they want to play game of cricket, I will help them to play game of cricket and to achieve their dreams, rather than me forcing them to do this, to that. I'm not like that, because my father, mother never forced me. So I will not force my children. So they can do whatever they want to do. I will support them.
How do you think life has changed for you after your retirement?
Life has changed a lot, because I was used to of playing game of cricket where my bat does a lot of talking, but now I have to do a lot of talking. That's how my life has changed.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Good evening, sir. Is there any advice that you have received from your mentors or your seniors that you will keep with you till date?
Yes, my coaches, Mr. A.N. Sharma and Sashi Kale, they gave me the good advice that if you stay grounded, if you keep your feet on the ground all the time, and you humble and you give respect to others, you will get a lot of respect. And that's what I'm telling my kids, and wherever I go, give respect, get respect.
So do you believe that if one is talented enough, they should set aside general studies and focus on their interests?
Yeah, but talent will take you a certain place. Talent will take you a certain level, but after that your self-belief and your hard work and your awareness will maybe with that you can achieve wonders.
Which person helped you the most in your career, guided you the most, and helped you achieve great heights?
I think my coach, Mr. A.N. Sharma, he helped me a lot during my early days, and he taught me how to play game of cricket. He taught me basics of the game. And even when I was playing for India, still I was calling him, asking a lot of questions and asking him how to improve this, how to improve that, and he helped me a lot.
Have you ever felt like you were going to lose the match, but even then you didn't give up and you turned the match around?
Many times it happened. When you lose 3-4 wickets, then you start thinking that, oh, now we will lose this game. But somebody will play a good knock, or somebody will contribute for the team, and you end up with winning. So it's not only you give up, it's other member of the team also. If everybody give up, then you will lose. But even 1% believes that you can achieve this target, so you will achieve. You have to have a self-belief and self-confidence.
So, what is your take on the umpire's decision in the recent World Cup finale?
You have to respect that, because it's a human and anybody can make mistake, and you have to accept that. Imagine that if your father, mother is make a mistake and scold you without your fault, what you will do? So still you will respect your father, mother. Similar way in umpire, in game of cricket, you have to give respect to the umpires. They are also human beings. They can make mistakes, and which is fine. You will learn from your mistakes. Thank you.
For more videos, like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the link below.